placement changed how you see your future career path? I think working in like the nuclear sector was something that I never really thought about until I came to Eden, and now it's sort of where I want to work in future. So I think when I apply for graduate roles, I'll definitely be applying in the nuclear industry. What made you choose to do your industrial placement at Eden? So I got a 2-week internship through the university with Eden September 2023, and an outcome of that placement was to get this year-long placement, so that's how I got my placement here. What projects have you been involved in during your placement? Tell us a bit about them. I've worked primarily on REACH, which is a modular system which maps hazardous environments. I've worked on the control system of that project mainly. I've done a little bit of work on concrete beam cutting as well with some other colleagues, but primarily REACH. What's one thing you learned here at Eden that you couldn't have learned in a lecture hall? I think probably learning how to ask questions and ask them effectively, and certainly like building confidence with people who you don't really know, and being able to ask questions to your suppliers and your contractors, and just being able to extract that information effectively and not waste people's time. How did the team support you in developing your skills and confidence? I think the structure here at Eden is really well thought out. So you have a development coach who is slightly more formal, but still like very informal way of finding advice. And then they also pair you up with a development buddy who is just like an extra point of contact if your coach isn't available, and that's really helpful. How would you describe the working culture at Eden? I would describe the working culture as very relaxed, but it's still professional, and I feel like they favour your work-life balance really well, especially with the flexible working, and it does get more out of you when you are on the clock. So, what advice would you give to students thinking about applying for a placement at Eden? Just go for it, because I've had a really good time. I don't think I've ever had a year go by so quickly. It's been non-stop, but really fun, and yeah, definitely would do it again. Was there a particular project or achievement you're most proud of? I think there's definitely one that stands out, and it's the control system for REACH, because the company hasn't really done anything like that before. So there kind of wasn't anyone to turn to for advice. I was never spoon-fed information, but I think that made me learn a lot on how to effectively use the internet and use people that you know to get information from. So definitely, yeah, that's my most proudest achievement. If you could give other people one tip for making the most of a placement year, what would it be? I think if I had to give one tip, it'd be just get involved in everything. Make friends with everyone, because everyone's really nice, and everyone's always got something useful for you to know as well. What has surprised you most about working in the engineering industry? I think how different it is to university. So I wasn't a huge fan of group projects at university, but working in a team here has really taught me that it's so different. It's so much more relaxed, and everyone's much more collaborative when you're all working together. What's one memory from your placement that stands out? It's not a particularly engineering memory that stands out, but probably when I played ice hockey varsity, and pretty much the whole office came to watch, which was really good. I really enjoyed that. It was nice to see everyone else outside the office. What advice would you give to students thinking about applying for a placement at Eden? just go for it, because I've had a really good time. I don't think I've ever had a year go by so quickly. It's been non-stop, but really fun, and yeah, definitely would do it again.